I just want to make a quick note. I just did the Flamingo, whatever, in the middle of Bayside. There's a really nice gentleman there. I believe that when him and his wife were looking for a house back when he had a little more hair, a little less weight, don't we all? I mean, my hair's really thinned out too. And then he took, he was, right, he was picked for something really special. He had really beautiful, I mean, he still does. I mean, he came over to my car. I was taking a photo of I was enjoying his, the Flamingo and what was going on for extra special purpose, which I never got a chance to thank him, and I didn't that day either because I was kind of caught off guard, like, and I wasn't sure if he was going to be angry at me, but he looked at me with those eyes, and his wife is lucky that she has, what was the extra special Dominican flamingo eyes? I'm not quite sure, but I mean, absolutely stunning eyeballs. Like the iris is beautiful. And I know he got some extra special grant lotto system of whatever was floating around the office pool that time when they were buying things and needed help. But when he came over to my window, oh, right, and then there was the time where he was building the beautiful whatever, for whomever, he got a divine inspiration of putting a flamingo in the tree for maybe his mother, like to overlook for however many moons it was going to take for whomever. So that is somebody like holy and extra special. I want to thank very much. However your life worked out, I hope it worked out well. I didn't say hello to you the other day when you came over, but you looked very familiar, as sometimes some of you do, and still beautiful eyes. I know your mother always said that to you. Let's think about this, and so big thank you. Now I had on the back end of that, I had to write something with some bad language, but that goes back to it's a key-op word that I needed to go pair with something else because it was a specific conversation, verbatim, that happened. There's some guy sitting in some office somewhere where he, first of all, is not supposed to be there. He thinks that he's in the right. He's extremely arrogant. He's not built for whatever job title it is that he thinks he's entitled to. He doesn't know where his money is coming from, although we've told him, and he said, you can't verify that. Actually, we can, and we did. So you've been warned. We asked that he either step down, step aside, die, or whatever. And so I know he's still working somewhere. So he saw the Flamingo thing go up, quick phone call. Then he wasn't going to do anything until he saw if the guy was going to do the update. But on the back end of that phone call, because he's doing a friend for a friend for a friend for a friend around the neighborhood, did him a favor. We only do shit for God, asshole, because she didn't, like, pay us, and when she asks for stuff, it's because it's saving someone's life somewhere from stupid, careless dickheads like you. So, on the back end of his phone call, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to make her see that. Well, somebody else tied me into your carelessness, knowing that you weren't removed from office, whatever office that was. The Asian Marshal problem that I had used you as a backdoor, like, guinea into, like, real big fucking issues that caused major operations to fail all around the world just because of your one insolent whatever you are. So here we are in interconnected things. If she's connected, yeah, she is. So when you play these little tiny games of like, well, I'm going to wait. I know that somebody said that he updated, I have friends in the neighborhood. Right, yeah, well, she's not sending you a particular photo because her photos, for some reason in the interconnectedness of things, are the only ones that they accept. But somebody else on the back end of that wanted to see where certain flamingos were moved for certain other illegal actions. Let's put it this way. If I ask for someone to move a fucking flamingo and you don't get an update of where that flamingo moved, guess what? You're not supposed to know. Because on the back end of everybody getting moved to whatever float or position they belong in is Niklaus. So if you don't know who he is, where he is, or you can't find in your magical Rolodex somebody to get to him, to ask him to meet with you, which you know he's going to know of ahead of time who the fuck you are and if he even needs to meet with you. You get how this works? That's how safety and reestablishing connections work. In where everybody can trust one another. Not this fucking martial law gone sideways. Once we gave them cattle tags of like 1, 2 letters and a number, that was it. They got their cattle tags. They got whatever was in their contract. And anything that changed from that point to now is a breach of contract. That's how easy it is. I don't need I used to say, I'm like, there's some area where, like, they just pop in. They're not allowed to know where I am. I'm preparing for what I gotta do and whatever I do. And I'm one place, but I'm simultaneously somewhere else helping somebody else get the information that they need on my own with whatever in Dollhouse, quiet places. And then all of a sudden, one day I get an attaché, I called it. A-T-T-A-C-H-E, like an understudy. Some of you call it a wingman. What the fuck would I want one of your people for? I don't. I don't need to be overwatched. It's my fucking Dollhouse. I need myself and Niklaus. If I'm doing the operation and I'm trying to get to Niklaus to fix myself and make everything safer, what the fuck do I need an understudy or anything for? We need help. We know who to ask and how to ask for it in the other places while my decoy just waits like a flamingo just waiting on a front lawn. Which is how that one ties back in. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, the games that you guys play. And then you, like, claim, like, you're so honorable. No, we're gonna... What? I haven't, like, I mean, I've seen some places where there's, like, some real honor, so I don't want to dishonor them. But I know that they see all the monitors, because I've shown them. I need my really honorable to gain in numbers and overcome all areas stupid. What? How did you forget that China's under martial law? They're not allowed to share in a corporation, a phone, a number, a ticket to elsewhere, to make partnerships with more criminals that don't know and then got roped in, and then they were afraid because they're like, oh my god, wait a minute, I had like the best deal ever, where am I now? How do I get back to where I am, and are they gonna hurt me? Never know if you don't ask.